Hello, hi everyone. So we'll discuss the current affairs from the recent May 28th to the May 25th of the 2020. Now, first one is the sonic boom. Sonic means sound, boom means sudden. So that is a sudden sound, loud sound. So that is a loud sound is known as what sonic boom. Recently in the Bangalore city, so that Indian Air Force is tested the one flight. So that flight is traveling with the velocity more than the what sound velocity. If any object is traveling with the more than sound velocity, then it is called what supersonic. It is traveling with the sound velocity, then we call sonic sound. And if it is traveling with the more than sound velocity, is it called what supersonic sound. So then automatically that if we are tested the flight which is traveling with the what supersonic velocity, which means which is velocity is more than sound, then automatically it will created the huge sound in the Bangalore city. Then most of the people are afraid of the this sound, and automatically this sound may cause the minor damages to the even buildings also. So this type of the sound is known as what sonic boom. Sonic boom. What is sonic boom? Sonic boom is that is a sound. So any object creates a sound. Sonic boom is a sound associated with the what shock waves created whenever object travels through the air faster than the speed of the sound. If any object is traveling in the faster than speed of the sound, then it is called supersonic. So that is supersonic missiles, we call supersonic missiles like that. So that is the sonic boom generate the enormous amount of the sound energy, sounding similar to the explosion of the thunderclap to the heart human ear, right? So like thunders. So that was I mean which city recently? Bangalore city, because that is right testing of that flight which is having the word supersonic profile. So that is the meaning of the word. So this sonic boom. And next one is the SpaceX Demo 2 mission. SpaceX Demo 2 mission. So now here observe that first crew module, first crewed flight, first crewed class Demo 2. So what is this SpaceX and SpaceX Demo 2 mission? Actually need to take care of what is meant by SpaceX. So SpaceX is a private organization generally in every country. So that particularly in the space missions are conducted by the what government agencies only in the most of the countries. But in the America, so that is one of the private company also conducting their own way, that is the space missions. That company is known as what SpaceX. Recently government of India also recently, so in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, opened the door for the private sector in the space mission also. So far in India everything is controlled by ISRO only, government agency. But recently government of India also opened the doors for the private sector in the what space missions, launching and conducting of the space missions, right? So here also SpaceX is a private company in the United States of America. So this SpaceX company is doing the so many experiment in order to reach the what space, that is the International Space Station. So International Space Station is there. So in order to send the crew to the International Space Station, so this SpaceX is conducting the what so many missions. Why they are conducting the so many missions, right? Because so the SpaceX mission want to develop the tourism sector in the space sector. Particularly you can travel through the flights, you can travel through the right roadways, you can travel to the railways to visit the different places. But this is a novel tourism. So novel tourism to be developed by the SpaceX agency, they are saying that. So regularly they have to set the what passengers, or regularly they have to send the crew to the what space in order to visit the space, like a tourism. How you are visiting the waterfalls, how you are visiting the temples, that is the tourism spot. In the same way the people may adapt for the what in the future, they may adapt for the what visit the spaces also, the rich people, not the poor people who are. So in order to develop that type of the strategy, that SpaceX Demo 2 is a mission, so which is testing the what first crewed flight after 2011. Before the 2011 America sent the what human missions, but after the 2011 America has sent no new crew mission to the what space. So that is after 2011, and this was an again the NASA, SpaceX, and in association with the what NASA and private company SpaceX. NASA is the government company. Together they are testing the what SpaceX Demo 2 mission. SpaceX Demo 2 mission, and they are sending the two members in this one, it's SpaceX Demo 2, and two members. One person name is about Robert Beckhan, and second person name is Douglas Hurley. So Douglas Hurley, Robert Beckhan, and two members are the sending to the what so space. Right. So this was early, essentially the liftoff from the what May 27th of the test to SpaceX crew transportation system can be used, and this is not required. This is the final test. For why they are testing, I said that this was testing, this was a final test they are setting that. So today they want to develop the what tourism, just like that how we are traveling the bus and train, like. So that purpose only they are testing this one. Otherwise, right, two members are they are sending. So that is an associate SpaceX in association with the what NASA. What is a rocket name they are sending, that Falcon 9. So Falcon 9 is our rocket. So this was the final flight is tested for the system intended to validate its different components, including spacecraft Crew Dragon and the launch vehicle Falcon 9 and the launch pad so LC-390A for its operations and our capabilities, right? So that was an important question. So they are launched from the Florida state. Now Defense Ministry approved the 26 defense items only from the local suppliers to boost the what Make in India. So Make in India. So now what so recently in defense sector in India foreign direct investment is a 49%. But recently in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan scheme, so that is the government of India increased the foreign direct investment in the defense sector from the 49% to about 74%. 74%, that is a 49% to the 74%, that is the FDI increase in the defense sector. So if the foreign direct investment, so which means for example assume that one company is a Rafael company, so Rafael company so invested in India, 74% of the FDI invested in India, and they are manufacturing the what, so this Rafael aircrafts. So that is a Rafael aircraft generally manufactured by the company known as what, Dassault company, French company Dassault. So that Dassault, DASSULT, Dassault. Dassault is invested in India in the form of the FDI and started the what, manufacturing of the Rafael aircrafts in India. So if they are manufacturing in India, automatically they will import all the goods from the where, so France only, because that is a France company. So whatever the goods are there, so they will import from the France and they will assemble all the parts in India and they will manufacture in India. But what the government of India said that if you want to invest in India in the defense sector, one condition is must be applied. What is that condition? Means at least some of the goods must be purchased from the India only. So how many goods they are? Government of India notified that 127 goods are notified by the government of India under the so Department of the Defense Production. So far notified 127 items where we purchase preference given to the what, local suppliers. So 127 goods must be purchased from the India, especially in the defense sector. Even though foreign companies are investing in India, if they are manufacturing in India, they cannot import these goods from the other countries. These 127 items, whatever the 127 items list given by the government of India, and these must be purchased within India. Out of these 127 items, now recently government of India so given the 26 items list is disclosed now, right? So out of 127 items, now 26 items are the, so recently government of India released the list of the 26 items out of 127 items. So these 127 items must be purchased from India only. So that is now how many? 26 out of 127. Now International Day for Biological Diversity. International Day for what? Biological diversity. Biological diversity. Diversity means so variation in the species of the plants and the what, animals. A different variation in the variation in the different types of the plants and the what, animal species, right? So every year May 22nd is celebrated as a what, International Day for what, biological diversity. So because on that day only in the 1992 we signed the agreement known as what, Convention on Biological Diversity. Convention on Biological Diversity, CBD. So that is a conservation of the biological diversity that has been adopted in 1992 by the 196 nations. So that is a convention on the biological diversity signed by the many countries, right? So because of that, so in order to celebrate the every year that convention on the biological diversity which was signed in the 1992, so every year May 22nd is celebrated as a what, so International Day for Biological Diversity. This year theme is our solutions are in nature. Our solutions are in nature. So now here again, so other than bank exams, if you are writing any other examination, this was a very important question. So 4 out of the 35 identified biodiversity hotspots of the world are in India. Hotspots means where there is a more threat to the what, biological diversity. So there is a more threat to the what, so diversity, whatever the plant species and animal species are there, so they are under the threat. Those type of the areas are called what, generally, so hotspots in general terms, but they have definition, the meaning of the hotspot is different, but generally in order to understand that one is a meaning. So out of the 35 hotspots, and 4 hotspots are in India only. So one is the Western Ghats, and second one is the Sunda land of the Andaman Nicobars, and Indo-Burma region, and the Himalayas region. Himalayas, Indo-Burma, so this Western Ghats and this Sunda land. And these are the 4 hotspots, biodiversity hotspots of the India. If you are writing the group 2 and SI or group 1 examination, for that purpose this is important. How many hotspots are there in India, where they are? So this was the question important. No, Western Ghats. So this is completely Western Ghats. Western Ghats are starting from the what? So first question in the examination is in how many states Western Ghats are distributed. So one is the Gujarat, followed by the Maharashtra, and followed by the Goa, and followed by the Karnataka and the Kerala and the what? So this Tamil Nadu. So this is completely distribution of the what? Western Ghats, right? So in the Maharashtra we call them as a Sahyadri, in Maharashtra, Goa, and in the Karnataka these Western Ghats are known as what? Baba Budhan Hills, right? In the Kerala these are known as what? Annamalai Hills, and in the Tamil Nadu these Western Ghats are known as what? Nilagiri Hills. There are local names. Nilagiri Hills in the Tamil Nadu, Annamalai Hills in the Kerala, Baba Budhan Hills in Karnataka, and the Sahyadris in the Maharashtra. So those are the local names for the what? Western Ghats. Locally the people call with the different names. So now entirely these Western Ghats is having the huge amount of the iron ore resources. Iron ore resources are there. So we know that Gali Janardhan Reddy, so that all these camps are there, right? So these entirely these right 1600 kilometers of the stretch of the these entire Western Ghats, we have the huge resource of the what? Iron ore. Due to the illegal mining of the iron ore, that entire the Western Ghats biodiversity is destroying, completely destroyed, and automatically they are completely under the threat due to the what? So this iron ore mining. So that's why government of India want to declare some of the areas are ecologically sensitive areas. So ecologically sensitive areas means no person should enter into that areas. Complete mining, all human activities will be banned in that area. So then only they will be protected. Otherwise, automatically they are susceptible to the threat, and automatically they are going to vanish in the future. So that's why. So that government of India is saying that, so in the Western Ghats some of the areas must be declared as what? Ecologically sensitive areas. So right, ecologically sensitive. That's why. So in the government of India appointed the right. So Kasturi Rangan committee. So right, Kasturi Rangan committee to decide the what? So how which areas to be declared as what? Ecologically sensitive areas. Which areas to be declared as a sensitive areas. But here the chief ministers of these states are not agreeing for the what? Declaration of the what? Ecological sensitive areas, because they are going to lose the revenue in the form of the what? Iron ore mining. If the iron ore mining is banned in these areas, automatically their revenue will be impacted. That's why these state CMs are reluctant to implement the what? Ecological sensitive areas. So that's why recently, so environmental ministry conducted the what? So that is ecological sensitive areas to be declared. So that's why recently the government of India conducted a meeting with these all the state chief ministers in order to declare the some of the areas as what? Ecologically sensitive areas to protect the what? Western Ghats. The committee appointed in for this purpose is the Kasturi Rangan. So this is the long back committee 2015. And uses RNA, right? No, this is what? Innovative technology isolating the RNA using the magnetic nanoparticles to capture the RNA from the what? So this patient sample. So you please try to understand. Isolating RNA using magnetic nanoparticles to capture the RNA from the patient sample. So we are attracting the RNA by using the what? Magnetic particles, right? How the RNA will be attracted to the magnet? Same way here we are separately prepared one particles. The particles are known as what? Nanoparticles. These nanoparticles having the which property? Magnetic property. These nanoparticles are having the magnetic property. These nanoparticles try to attract the what? RNA. Try to attract the what? RNA. So why we are taking this one? So Agape Chitra Magna. Agape Chitra Magna. So Agape Chitra Magna is a magnetic nanoparticle based RNA extraction kit used during the testing for the detection of the what? COVID-19. So this was developed by Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of the Medical Sciences, Trivandrum, Kerala, and these people are developed this one. So they are prepared the what? So nanoparticles, now magnetic nanoparticles. So these magnetic nanoparticles are there. So when these kit consisting of this magnetic nanoparticle, if any person is having the sample collected from the different corona patient, then automatically that sample is tested, then automatically these nanoparticles having the what? Magnetic property towards which one? RNA, because so coronavirus consisting of the what? RNA. How the human body consisting of the DNA, in the same way coronavirus also consisting of the what? RNA. Then automatically these nanoparticles will try to attack the what? RNA. So then automatically if the nanoparticles are attracting the RNA means then corona positive. If it is not attracting anything means is corona negative. So that is a kit how it will develop that. So that is so RNA particles, magnetic RNA particles are attracting the RNA of the what, so this coronavirus patient. So this was developed, that name of that instrument is known as what, Agape Chitra Magna, Agape Chitra Magna. So that is the nanoparticle based RNA extraction kit. Now this one, so Agarkar Research Institute, Pune. So very important, Agarkar Research Institute located in the Pune. This was the government organization only, right? Recently they are made the two wheat varieties, so RHT 14 and RHT 18. So in examination purpose they will give this simple question only. So what is these varieties? RHT 14 and RHT 18 is the wheat varieties, or rice variety, or tomato variety, or potato variety, and these type of the questions they will give in the examination. So this is the RH14 and RH18 are the wheat varieties developed by the what? So Pune based Agarkar Research Institute. These genes are associated with the what, better seedling vigor and the longer coleoptiles, that is the sheath protecting the what, so young shoot of. So what these are the, so these are the shoot is there, and one sheath will be there on this one. So it will have the thick sheet which will protect for the what, more period of the time for the what, wheat plantation, sorry, wheat crop. So RHT 14 and RHT 18 are the what, wheat varieties. Now Umang app. So Umang app is about unified mobile application for the new age governance, right? It was launched in the 2017 only. So Prime Minister Modi has launched this app in the 2017 year. So which is 2017 year, which is providing the what, 660 services from the what, 27 departments and the 125 states. 127 departments from the what, 125 states. We are getting the, so 660 services from the these app, which are Umang app. Now what is the question is that recently Indian Meteorological Department, which was located in the Delhi, and recently cyclone warnings and weather forecast, rainfall information, tourism related updates also among the other services provided by the what, Meteorological Department, now available in the Umang app. So that Umang app also recently started the what, providing of these cyclone warning system. All these are included under this Umang app also, right? So unified mobile application for the what, new age governance. All types of the government services are available in this one. This was started in the 2017 year. Now Harshavardhan, so in the previous current affairs also we discussed this one. Harshavardhan, the health minister of the India, so he is elected as what, chairman of the executive board of the World Health Organization for the period of the what, 2020-21. Only for the 1 year period he will remain in that post. He was the executive chairman of the what, board of World Health Organizations for the period of the 2020 and the 21. But he is the chairman for the 1 year, but he will remain as a member of the board for the 3 years. He will remain in the board for the member of the board for the 3 years, but the chairman is 1 year, and remaining 2 years he will act as a what, member. For 1 year he will act as a what, chairman. Totally he will remain in the executive board of the WHO for the what, 3 years, 1 year chairman and 2 years as a what, member. So that is the executive board. So this was the executive board of the WTO, composed of the what, 34 technically qualified members elected for the what, 3 years of the term. So Harshavardhan will remain in that position for the what, 3 years term, but 1 year only will act as a what, chairman, and other 2 years he will act as a what, so member of that executive board. See here. So executive board from the January 21, at the executive board meeting May 2020, he will be handed over to the next year from the to the another region. However, he will be continue as a board member for the what, executive board till the what, 2023. From the 2020 to the 2023 will remain in the member of the executive board. So from the 2020 to 2021 he will act as a chairman, and 2020-22 and 2023 2021 to 23 he will act as a what, member, and 2020-22-21 he will act as a what, chairman. Total 1 plus 2, totally what, 3 years. Now NTPC ONGC joint venture for the company for the what, renewable business in India. So that is a NTPC Limited, that is a government public sector company, and also that is another is what ONGC, that is also a public sector company, and both are right. So joint venture for the what, development of the what, so this renewable energy business, that is a solar energy, wind energy, right? So geothermal energy, that whatever the energy is there. So in order to develop this renewable energy business, and these two companies are tied up. The very important question, which of the following that public sector companies are tied? So for the what, development of the what, renewable energy business is a NTPC and the what, ONGC. Next one is the National Center for the Promotion of the Employment for the Disabled People. So this is the name of the organization, so which was registered in the 1996 and headquartered in the what, Delhi. And this organization is a non-profit organization, work for the what, so that is a promotion of the employment for the what, disabled people. So who are the disabled people is there, for them that employment opportunities, in order to create the employment opportunities for the disabled people. And this organization is working since 1996, which was located in the what, New Delhi. So it is a non-profit organization. Which one? National Center for the what, so promotion of the employment for the what, disabled people. Why these organization in the news? This organization very recently released that status of the persons with the disabilities in India, so during the what, COVID-19. So this National Center for the Promotion of the Employment for the Disabled People, 1996, New Delhi. This is working for the what, employment of the disabled people. So please try to understand it. Not working for the disabled people. There are another working for the employment of the disabled people. Read completely. Employment of the what, disabled people. Now this organization released the report how the government strategies helped the COVID-19 impact to the what, these disabled people. This data is saying that 61% of them had no access to the doorstep delivery of the essentials during the COVID-19 lockdown, and only 22% are confirmed that they have access to the essential, because they cannot move to the anywhere because these people are disabled people. So and again 48% of the people had no access to the what, government helpline, and the 63% had not received any financial assistance from the what, government of India. And this is the how that the government of India treated them. So this is a report released by the what, National Center for the Promotion of the Employment for the Disabled People. And Open Skies Treaty. So this Open Skies Treaty is about, so 34 countries are there in the Open Skies Treaty. Recently that Donald Trump is announced that it will exist the Open Skies Treaty on the ground that Russia is continuously and flagrantly violated the treaty. The Donald Trump said that deal could be amended or new could be made. So that is a deal is amended or new deal will be signed. That's why we are so right withdrawing our membership from the what, Open Skies Treaty. So what is this Open Skies Treaty? This Open Skies Treaty is the agreement that allows the countries to monitor the signatories' arms development by conducting the what, unarmed reconnaissance surveillance flights over the what, territory of the what, treaty countries, right? So there are whatever the countries are there, countries which are signed to the these which are signed the Open Skies Treaty. So name itself indicating that open skies, which means the countries which are signed the these treaties, that countries have the so freedom to fly over the other countries territory, so whether they are producing the arms or not, in order to check that one. So that is the Open Skies Treaty. So the Russia is flying over the what, this American space. So that now Russia US is saying that so Russia is violating the treaty for flagrantly. So it is entering into the what, USA territories and checking the what, whether USA developing the arms or not. So that way, so this Donald Trump is said that so we will go out of this one. Next, Kudhol. So Kudhol is Kudhol is a NGO company. So NGO Kudhol is a crowd-funded initiative of the Impal-based NGO. So Manipur Impal-based NGO Kudhol. And this Kudhol is very important because during the COVID-19 time, this Kudhol is provided the what, essentials to the ensuring the food supplies, health services for the what, LGBT community and people living with HIV, and the daily wage earners and the children and adolescents. So the people who are the needy, so for them they are provided the what, so this help provided by the Kudhol NGO. So that's why United Nations Secretary General's envoy on the youth listed the Manipur Kudhol among the 10 global initiative for the inclusion fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. So world top 10 so NGOs so listed who helped the people during the COVID-19. So in the top 10, so that Kudhol is one of the so NGO who helped the people during the what, lockdown conditions, because so this is helped now, this organization is not helped for the normal people. This organization is helped for the what, LGBT community, the people living with HIV, and the daily wage earners and the children and adolescent people, right? So Kudhol is a NGO, Manipur based, Impal based NGO. Now Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg announced the what, launch of the Facebook shops, launch of the Facebook shop, that is help to the what, so medium and small micro enterprises. They are online platform they are launching to help the what, medium and small medium enterprises. And this Facebook shops is a platform that small mom and the pop stores across the world could have the leverage to sell their things directly from its shops, such as what WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook too. You can use any of the three platforms to sell your products. For that purpose, that Facebook is launching the what Facebook shops. And industry status to the what sports. This is the Mizoram. So Mizoram is the first state in the India, so which granted the what industrial status to the what sports. Sports is declared as a industrial activity. So then what is the use? If the sport is declared as a industrial activity, then automatically whatever the incentives got by the industry, the same intensive to apply to the what sports also, and the same tax benefits also apply to the what sports also, and the investment is also attracted in the what sports also, like that. Because if the sports is the industry, so then automatically it will attract the what investment, it will get the what tax benefits, it will get the what investment, then automatically sports will be developed. And this is the Mizoram was the first state to decide the granting of the what industry status to the what sports. That was a very important question. So right, for the development of the what sports, and which is also generating of the what employment activities. So this is the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister. So Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy started the program known as Restart to support the what micro, small, medium enterprises in the state. So that is 98,000 units are providing the employment to the more than 10 lakh people, and the government will spend the what, so 1100 crore for the what revival of the what micro, small, medium enterprises. The Restart is a program launched by Andhra Pradesh. For which purpose? Revival of the what micro, small, medium enterprises. Now Kangra tree. So Kangra, this is the Himachal Pradesh. In the Himachal Pradesh, we have these areas about Kangra Valley. Himachal Pradesh, Kangra Valley, and this is the Dharmashala, that is the highest cricket stadium in India. So Dharmashala and the Kangra Valley, and this Palampur, and this is the Himachal Pradesh. So now this Kangra also produces the tea. So tea plantations are there here, and this tea, whatever the tea producing from the Kangra, we is known as what Kangra tea only. So but why it is in use now? Because so here the lab of the what Council for the Scientific and the Industrial Research has claimed that Kangra tea could be lower the coronavirus activity better than the what HIV drugs. This Kangra tea is having the what some right active ingredients which will what reduce the what coronavirus. So that was the director of Institute of the what Himalayan Bioresources Technology, IHBT, Himalayan Bioresource Technology, based in the Palampur, Himachal Pradesh. Here the Palampur. So in the Palampur we have the one institute. That institute name is the what Bioresources Technology, Himalayan Bioresources Technology, based in the Palampur of the Himachal Pradesh. So what is this institute? This institute is a lab of the what Central for Council Research, right? So Central for Scientific and Industrial Research organization is there in India, and these organizations lab is IHBT, located in the what Palampur, and they are doing the research on the what Kangra tea. Although Kangra cultivates in the both black tea and green tea and black tea, so the 90% of the production. Kangra was given the geographical tag status in the 2005, and the Kangra tea is known for unique color and the what flavor. So that is HIV coronavirus will be reduced because of the Kangra tea. That lab is confirmed. Which lab? So Himalayan Bioresource Technology Lab, located in the where Palampur. Next, Wadi Rum. So Wadi Rum is the name of the desert. So Wadi Rum is the name of the desert in the Jordan. So this is completely Jordan country, and Wadi Rum is a name of the desert in the what Jordan. Why? Because so the Malayalam film shooting is going on in this place, that is a Aadu Jeevitam. So Aadu Jeevitam is a Malayalam film shooting, that is a 58 members of the crew. So this Malayalam film shooting is going on here since March 16th. Then automatically due to the lockdown, that completely that 58 member crew are lived in this desert area only. So due to the what the outbreak, so that Wadi Rum is also known as what Valley of the Moon. Wadi Rum in Hindu language. Valley of the Moon, a valley cut into the sandstone and granite rock in the southern Jordan. It is the largest wadi in the Jordan. Wadi means what? Valley in the desert area. So that is a wadi is the Arabic term traditionally referring to the what valley. In sometimes dry riverbed contains the water only when heavy rains are occurs. Dry riverbed. So that is completely here the dry riverbed. So that is the only sand will be there. So valley like structure will be there. So Jordan. So that is a very important question. That is a Wadi Rum Jordan. Now Ayushman Bharat and Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, both are same. Ayushman Bharat. This Ayushman Bharat scheme was launched in the 2018 year. So 2018 year. So near the Ranchi. So what is this Ayushman Bharat? It is providing the affordable health care for the what? So tertiary hospital treatment to the poor and vulnerable Indians to the what? Health care of the 5 lakhs for the family for the what year. It will providing the treatment. So it will provide the treatment to the what? So 50 crores of the people in India. So for the 50 crores of the people in India, 5 lakh rupees for the what family. So 5 lakh rupees for the what family, right, per year. So that was a free health insurance. You can go to the hospital, you can check, so by only using the what Ayushman Bharat card. So 5 lakh rupees of the insurance will be provided, and everything is that insurance premium is paid by the what government of India only. Everything is what free only, right? Now Ayushman Bharat crosses the what 1 crore milestone. That was very important. Ayushman Bharat does the what 1 crores of the milestone. So 1 crores of the free treatment is provided to the what over the what 12 crores of the cards issued. Well, the what 12 crores of the so far 12 crores of the cards are issued. Out of this 1 crores of the treatment is already provided. How much treatment? So that is the government is committed to ensure the health care to the what 53 crores of the citizens, right? So far government want to ensure the what 53 crores of the citizens, and health insurance is covered up to the what 5 lakh for family for what year. Family means here the family means group of 5 members. So out of these 5 family members together will get the what 5 lakh rupees of the insurance, or otherwise 1 family will get the 5 lakh rupees, or other 5 people of the family will get the what 5 lakh rupees of the what insurance, not 1 lakh, 5 lakh rupees insurance. Which means if you are going to the hospital, if you have the Ayushman Bharat card, you will get the free treatment up to the what 5 lakh rupees, right? So that is a, so 1 crores of the this mark is reached. That's why this is very important. Ayushman Bharat scheme is government of India marked the 1 crores of the treatments. The treatments worth is about 1312 crores of the provided growing network of the what 21,565 public and private hospitals. That is the 1 crores of the members are got the what free treatment under the what Ayushman Bharat. But original target is that to provide the what 53 crores of the citizens. Started in the what 2018 year. So Ranchi, near the what Ranchi. So on the occasion of this, on this occasion, Union Health Ministry also launched the what Ask Ayushman chatbot WhatsApp 24/7. So this is a chatbot is launched, robot chatbot is launched. So on completion of the what reaching of the what 1 crores of the mark, he also launched the what hospital ranking dashboard, which is a significant step for the what to get the feedback of the what different hospitals, how they are providing the what treatment to the what people under the what Ayushman Bharat. So they are providing the what hospital rankings also. World Turtle Day. So Turtles Day, so very important. So that is a May 23rd every year celebrate the what World Turtle Day. So 23rd 2020 encourage the international humanitarian actions. So to encourage the international humanitarian action to protect and the oldest creatures on the earth, that is what turtles, right? So this day was founded by the American Tortoise Rescue ATR, a non-profit organization. So World Turtle Day celebrated May 23rd every year since 2000 year. Oil and the gas projects, and this oil and gas projects are there. This is a Jagadishpur, and right. So Jagadishpur, Haldia, Bokaro and Dharma pipeline length of the what 2655 kilometers under the what Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project to connect the eastern India with the what western and the western to central natural gas pipeline corridor. So this is important. You need to remember the what Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project. Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project. The total length is what 2655. That GAIL, so Gas Authority of India Limited, executing the what Jagadishpur, Haldia, Bokaro, Dharma pipeline, and this was the Jagadishpur, right? So from this Jagadishpur to the what, and this is the Haldia in the West Bengal. Jagadishpur to the what Haldia in the West Bengal, and again here the Bokaro, right? So from Bokaro to again this is what the Dharma, right? Again this was our Dharma pipeline. So this is completely Bokaro starting from here, Bokaro to the what Dharma, and this was Uttar Pradesh, Jagadishpur, Uttar Pradesh, the what West Bengal, and Kolkata. This is Bokaro, Jharkhand. So Jharkhand to the Dharma in the what Orissa, and this was a completely pipeline. So this is the one pipeline, and this is the what another pipeline, which is completely connecting the what 2655 kilometers of the what pipeline. This pipeline is named as what Urja Ganga. So Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga. So Jagadishpur to Haldia and Bokaro to the what Dharma. This complete 4 places. Right. Next one is the Indradhanush. So Indradhanush gas grid. Indradhanush gas grid is particularly connecting the what entire the what northeastern state. Whatever the 8 states of the northeastern India is there. So in order to connect these 8 northeastern state, we are so also having the what, so this Indradhanush. And Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, ANITA. So this ANITA is the what, so NASA's antenna, so which was established in the what, Antarctica region, not Arctic region. Try to understand, it is the Antarctic region. So Antarctic region, so that is a NASA established one antenna like structure. This is a completely antenna like structure which was established by the NASA in the region of the what, Antarctica region. Why? Because some of the right particles are so erupting from the ice. So that is right, a fountain of the high energy particles are erupting from the ice in the Antarctica region, right? So a fountain of the high energy particles are erupting from the ice. In order to test that these high energy particles which are erupting in the so Antarctica region, they are established one antenna. That antenna name is what, Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, so ANITA. So who established it? NASA. So ANITA is a first NASA observatory for the what, neutrinos of any kind. So this was the first laboratory of the so NASA's first laboratory to do the research on the what, neutrinos established in the Antarctic region. The neutrinos are of the what, great interest of the astrophysics, and they are the only particle that can reach the Earth unactivated at all energies, right? So in order to test this one, so they are established this ANITA, first NASA observatory for the what, neutrinos in the where, so Antarctica region. So ANITA is an instrument, is a radio telescope to detect the what, ultra high energy cosmic neutrinos from the what, scientific balloons flying over the continent of the Antarctica. Some balloons will fly over the so this year the completely balloons will fly over this entire Antarctica region, and these balloons will detect the what, whatever the particles are so emitting from the what, ice. So some high energy particles are emitting from the ice. So in order to do the research of the high energy particles, so we are this one, so Antarctic Impulse Transient Antenna. Now Jahnavi Pukhan is appointed as a what, so FICCI Ladies Organization President. FICCI Ladies Organization President is a what, Jahnavi Pukhan. Next, Abbas Jha is appointed as what, World Bank's practice manager for the what, climate change. Abbas Jha has been appointed as a World Bank's practice manager for the what, climate change disaster risk management for what, South Asia. South Asia means all this India, so China, India, Nepal, Bhutan, right? So all these countries, South Asia, Myanmar, like that. So World Bank practice, so for the climate change, practice manager for the what, climate change, Abbas Jha. Next, Andhra Pradesh minister releases the first tranche of the restart package. Already explained that restart package is for the what, to revival of the what, so this micro, small, medium enterprises. So CBSA handbooks on the cyber security for the student is launched by the what, Human Resource Development. Ramesh Naik released a handbooks named the what, cyber safety, a handbook for the what, students in pursuit of the excellence and the 21st century skills. That is cyber security books. India became the second largest manufacturer of the what, so PPEs in the world. So PPE, right? So China is the first one and India is the what, second one. Almost every year we are producing the what, 2 lakhs of the PPEs we are produced in due to the what, coronavirus impact. Now the India is the second largest manufacturer of the what, PPEs in the world. And International Day for Biological Diversity already explained. So May 22nd every year celebrate the what, International so Day for what, biological diversity. And Airtel Africa and UNICEF. So Airtel not only working in India, Airtel also there in the Africa, and which is tied with the what, UNICEF. UNICEF is located in the New York. So UNICEF and the Airtel Africa is partnered to support the children and the COVID families affected by the what, COVID-19. So Airtel and Airtel Africa and the UNICEF to support the children and families affected by the what, COVID-19. Right. Intellectual Design Arena launches the what, iTurmeric FinCloud platform. iTurmeric FinCloud, a cloudy ready, so this artificial intelligence, right? So first two microservices based on the platform which has been launched. Intellectual Designs Arena Limited, a full spectrum for the banking and insurance products company. This platform has been launched to the IBM Cloud, and this platform enables the new digital bank systems to be tested and run in isolation or parallel with the what, lending of the what, corporate. And this is the one of the software must be used by the what, banks. That is the only iTurmeric FinCloud, financial cloud. So that is a software name. That software is now launched by the what Arena. So and this software is used by the what banks for their transactions, and this is based on the what this IBM's public cloud. Now, Indian hockey legend Balbir Singh Dosanjh passes away. Indian hockey player Balbir Singh is passed away. So he was a part of the three-time Olympic gold medal winning Indian hockey team in London and Helsinki and the what Melbourne of the what 1956. So very important question, Balbir Singh. Now Spanish football player. So Artij Abdruj is associated with the retirement. Spanish football player. Anti-Terrorism Day, 21st May is celebrated as what? Anti-Terrorism Day. So that is Anti-Terrorism Day. Every year it is celebrated as Anti-Terrorism Day. That is the 7th Prime Minister of India. Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated on 21st of the May 1991. So he was killed in the Tamil Nadu. So right, terrorist group after the assassination. So the government of India declared 21st May as a what? Anti-Terrorism Day, which was celebrated in the what? India. Anti-Terrorism Day.